right, so you can see where he kind of does an interesting swallow, sticks his tongue out there. That is the very beginning of tongue-based obstruction. I mean, you can see he's trying to push his tongue out of the way, right? And it moves toward a little bit of a gag, as you can see. And then it kind of resolves for a second, and he falls back to sleep. And in about 4 minutes or so, you'll see that same kind of tongue poking, kind of a, I don't know, just almost a gagging look. And he'll do it again, and then he'll fall asleep again. So when his tongue kind of pokes out, it kind of wakes him up a little bit, and his tone improves enough where it kind of resolves for a moment. But then when he falls back asleep, he kind of falls into a deeper sleep, and his tone decreases, and you see him start to struggle with his tongue again. You might be seeing it right here. And this is rare, I would say. Today he's recovering from pneumonia, so it isn't really rare in that situation, because he's just low energy, very low tone. He's had a lot of seizures, so this isn't, there we go. Yeah. So you can see again, it kind of makes you think, is this something or nothing? But if you pass by or watch him and see something like this, this is when we would want to give the 2 mils of Ativan. Ativan, for some reason, works. It calms him down, so he doesn't really fight when he feels that tongue slipping back a little bit, and he just breathes right through it. But without Ativan, he kind of panics and continues to grapple and push his tongue out and choke and gag, and eventually starts to sort of vomit, and it becomes kind of a long night for him. But with Ativan, for whatever reason, it really just sort of takes this problem away. We don't really have BiPAP to use, because when he does obstruct, he does sometimes vomit a little bit, as you could see the kind of gaggy thing. So Ativan does the trick, but you would really want to get it in him. Guess I can show you me talking here. You really do want to get it into him at the first time you notice this. Because if he does this for long enough, he gets so sort of, panic's the wrong word. He gets bothered enough where it's difficult to calm him down, even with Ativan at that point. But if you get the Ativan going right away, he does really well, and it resolves very quickly. If for some reason it's a little behind the 8 ball and he's already sort of gagging to the point where he gags the Ativan up, we have midazolam as a backup, and it's nasal. And so you would use that if he threw up the Ativan. This sounds really dramatic, but it literally happens like maybe once a month. And it's, you know, as you can see, he's satting really well. Oh, here he is doing it again. This is a great example. Obviously, I'm holding the phone, and normally I would be getting Ativan. And kind of repositioning him. The position really, you know, you can reposition him like crazy, but he really is still going to, even when he's on his side or leaning forward, this still really happens. And so that noise is just this floppy larynx making some noise because of his tone being so low. But even with that, you know, he didn't desat. His oxygen stays really stable because those little things are so short in duration. But yeah, you've sort of been able to see this 3 times now, this sort of rhythmic way that he'll fall deeply enough asleep that he'll choke on his tongue. That'll wake him up. He'll be fine for a little bit, fall back asleep, and it just keeps happening. So yeah, I'll go get the Ativan now, and he'll be good to go.